Hey,
Hi, can you hear me?
yes,
I don't
rehab
know
is
what's
back in session.
I don't know what's going on. I have to do it. I have to do this through the browser.
Really?
Yeah, it didn't take me to the app for some reason.
Oh, wait, you want to try again?
But no. حتى مساعة. I
Oh,
think it's a new thing. That's if I sound fine, I sound fine, Adi.
no, you sound fine. That's weird.
I don't know what's going on with this app.
Okay. Anchor always trying some new shit every time. Woo! Perfect intro.
For
Welcome
the
back,
return of the
Khalifa.
regular MK episodes. Yeah.
How have you been?
I've been I've been okay. I've been thinking about something really I don't know if I should say this or not.
Okay,
I don't know if I can say this.
bitch. Is it about someone else?
No, it's about myself, but it's something that I've been doing, and it's like it's really out of pocket.
Okay.
So I'm like, it's gonna sound really problematic, but I can't
Uh-oh.
say this. Whatever, I'm gonna say it. So, I think we've established on the pod, and in general, that I don't like myself, right? Like how I look, right?
Uh-huh.
And sometimes, and it's like sometimes you compare yourself to other people of your gender, right? I do it a lot.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's like, I'm always like jealous of better looking people and blah blah blah. And like there's a especially here there's a very high percentage of really good looking people. So I always compare myself. Anyway, so I was on TikTok. This has nothing to do with the country itself. I was on
Okay.
TikTok.
Don't tell me
And
you're like ranking yourself among people.
stop.
Okay.
Stop.
I would
So
not be surprised.
so
Okay.
I'm going through TikToks, right?
Hmm.
That's not what I was doing. Oh my god, this is gonna sound so out of pocket. We're gonna cut this.
Bitch, just say it, and then we'll say if we'll cut it or not.
I was on TikTok and scrolling through, and I know you're not supposed to compare yourself to people on TikTok. It's filters. It's the algorithm pushes like the most gorgeous people to the front. I'm aware, like it's a thing,
Not on my
and
For
this
You
is
page. Okay.
and this is on all social medias. If you go on Discover on Instagram, they will push the best looking people. It's like they just do. So I compare myself to guys on TikTok. It's like I'm always like, it's like these gorgeous, you know, 10 out of 10 white guys or whatever. And it's like, I'm always like, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But sometimes, sometimes to make myself feel better, I go, well, you work at Starbucks. So,
Uh, bitch. Ooh. You know. Okay.
so I'm like, we're privileged in different ways.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Bitch.
We're
Woo.
gonna
I
get
mean,
that.
I mean, bitch, you gotta do what you gotta do, and I'm glad you got it out of the way from the beginning of the episode. But no, you know what? You know what? I see that. When it's like when I see someone that's like, like miles above my league, I'm like,
Yes.
not in an envious way, but I'm like, you know what? I'm still better than you. Like I'm college educated. Like
It's
do you
their
have a
way of
bachelor's
coping.
though? Like
And it's like the shittiest things that I can't do it with people here.
yes.
Because
Yes.
it's like people here, I'm on their level, sometimes even below, and they're like a much more, you know, visually pleasing than I am.
Mm-hmm,
So I'm
mm-hmm.
always like, fuck, I can't even say you have a higher GPA than me. You're better looking than me. You're richer
Ooh.
than me. Like I have no upper hand.
Bitch, sometimes it's the personality. It's like, oh, okay, at least I'm fun to be around. Like, or I would
Oh, we're just
hope that I am. I mean,
I would just
you
I
are
would
fun to
try
be,
and try.
bitch. For you, when it's people like people beg to see you, okay, so that's how you know that you are a fun time.
Am I really?
Yeah, bitch. I mean, like, I know to you, it's like you just come and just like sit around and exist, but do you realize like a lot of times people just like ask for you to come to things and stuff like that because you really do have like your own vibe and you really do bring like like you see things in a different way, and you're
I always think it's out of courtesy. People ask me.
no, bitch, because even when they're not asking you directly, and I'm not only talking about like the specific two people you're thinking of.
Yeah.
I'm talking in general. A lot of times people ask me like, "Hey, you should bring Khalifa to this. You should invite Khalifa to this." Blah 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 blah. I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah. Well, if I come to whatever you invite me to, just know, for the listeners, just know that I'm comparing myself to people, and I'm actively, I'm actively dragging them in my head to be
Yes,
like, oh,
like
I'm
the
superior.
pros and cons list,
superior in this way because you're so much more gorgeous than I am.
Ooh.
And it's like, it's tough because, like, as I said, like, if we're talking like average, like, attractiveness around the globe, I would say I'm below average. I'm not ugly, but I'm like not. I'm on the average line. I'm below average if we're calculating every single
And
person.
y'all don't even know what has happened between these last two episodes. Like, I wish I can say. I wish I can say.
Whatever happened, it does not mean anything for my attractiveness.
Ooh.
All
right.
Just say that, okay? Whatever happened, it doesn't affect, because how do I say this without making it obvious? I have no standards.
Well, I mean, sure, but
Yeah.
the how can I say this? like the door is always being knocked at. That's what I'm trying to say.
That's actually not true.
Okay.
It's whenever I say that, it's always like jokes, but actually that's not true.
Okay.
Yeah. Sad boy times.
But like,
hello and welcome to
dead ass. Like a lot of people see themselves looking worse than they do usually. So I mean, like, yeah, but I'm a lot like, Khalifa, you're not like, I think to say like across the whole world you're below average, that's
I
a
would
lot.
say so. No, I think that's actually fair.
No,
Because
I'd say like I think if you said average, it would be fair. I think
drag me.
no, like, this isn't even a drag. Like, I think that you are good looking, but I'm saying when we're comparing like the whole world.
No, because like,
there's some
okay,
beautiful
because
people.
like, but like, think about it. Like, the whole world includes, like, places like Spain and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Where it's like the average looking person in like France or whatever is like a 10.
Well, yeah, that's true. But also the whole world includes people from, I don't want to name any like specific places, but there are some countries with like some really not good looking people. Like, that includes all of those too. That includes some people that were with us in high school. That includes some people that like were like that we see out in public. Like,
That is true. I think okay. I think if you want to like minimize it, I think in terms of like high school, I was average or below average, probably.
There were some really ugly people in high school. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean,
I'm not gonna lie.
Compared to how they look now.
Oh, okay. For the people that I know what they look like now, so far, every person from high school that I've seen 4 years later, 5 years later, have gotten a glow up.
Yeah, except me.
Would you say that that's accurate? Except for one person, actually, that just came to my mind. No, two people. Two people. Okay.
Yeah, they have all gotten glow ups, and I haven't, which is why,
you really did, and I think like, and you like a few months ago, you were like, you know what? I do look better than I used to, and like when we were like comparing pictures of you like from back then and pictures
I still think
now.
I think that's true. I do think I now look the best I've ever looked. I think that's true. That's a true statement.
Mm-hmm.
I still think, I think going from like a 2 to a 4 is not really, a glow. You know what I mean? Not literally a 2 to 4, but you know what I mean.
Fishing for compliments.
I'm not fishing for compliments. I can get them if I need them.
Okay, yeah, I know that. Trust.
I have sources.
Trust, I know that.
But yeah,
you know what, Khalifa? We should start doing like this thing where yearly we post like a selfie of the year, and like people like rank us like where they think we'd rank among the whole world.
I would actually kill myself.
Bitch.
I know people would put me like in the 98th percentile, or like no, that's the opposite. 98th
I mean,
percentile means you're the top 2%.
y'all, like people complimented your profile picture after you put up like a
One
picture of your
person.
face for the first time. Okay, well,
Uh,
not everyone
Two people,
compliments, you know.
two people, and both of them were my friends, aside from you. Like both of them were like
Okay.
in our friend circle, and even my profile picture is in it. I'm considering changing it because it doesn't look like me.
Ooh, okay, so Khalifa always like bends logic to like prove his point and how he sees himself. So this
You
is not
guys, I swear to
new.
God. I swear to God, I swear to God, I swear to God. Like I would like take pictures of myself in the mirror, and I have like a bunch of selfies. This is how I know like I'm a little more comfortable with how I look, regardless of like I look good or not. I'm just like accepting of how I look because I have
A
like
lot more selfies now than
yeah, a lot
before.
of selfies, a lot of mirror selfies. Like a year or two ago, I had nothing on my phone. So it's like, and I have
Zero.
a lot now. Like I take selfies probably daily.
Mm.
I would take pictures and I kid you not, I'd be like, I would look at it and be like, you know what? I look really good here. And then it's just, I don't know. But then I look at it and I'm like, this doesn't look like, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. Because it's like, I compare it to pictures that I took like a year ago or like 2 years ago. And it's like, I don't look like the same person, but I know people change. But it's like, how did I change this much in 2 years? Which leads me to believe that like, I'm not actually that different. Therefore, the person in the mirror. Anyways, it's a bunch of fucking garbage, whatever.
Well, like what I'll say is, if you're taking a picture purely and there's like no filters, nothing,
I don't.
that's what you look like. Yeah, that's what you look like, bitch. Compared to people that like Facetune the fuck out of their faces and like not
Do
only
you
like
think I
I'm
look
not talking
different
only
than I
about,
did 2 years ago?
I don't think like okay. So I think I agree with what you said. Where I think you look the best that you've ever looked right now.
Yeah.
At the same time, and maybe this is the thing because I've known you since we were like 11 or 10.
It's like you
That
can't
you
tell when it's your
always look
friends. I
the
get it.
same to me, and like I know you told me that to you I always look the same.
Yes. Yeah, that's true.
So like, yeah, I feel like it's not fair for me to answer, but yeah.
I was about to say I'd have to ask a third party.
Yeah, but I think you do look pretty different, and the way that you present yourself, yeah, but not like in terms of like facial features. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Yeah, you present yourself differently. Like we were at a party a few weeks ago, and
we want to talk about the
we were at a party a few weeks ago, and I was actually really surprised by the way you presented yourself. Like not surprised, like oh that's not you, but I don't think I've seen you meet someone new for the first time in a short while, and the way that you introduced yourself to these people in that party was a lot different than the way you introduced yourself to people like 6 months ago, 7 months ago.
Oh, how come? Like, what was the difference?
I think there's a big air of confidence around you. Like, and I know that, okay, so it's not like, like a frat boy kind of thing, like coming in like, yeah, I'm that shit. Like, no, it was more of like, okay, like I'm a timid person, but also it's like I'm pretty confident. Like I can like you kind of sell yourself like much better than you did before, if that makes any sense. It's like, hey, I'm Khalifa, I'm blah blah blah, and it's like, okay, like the entrance line is on check, everything's on check,
The sad part is that I do practice the entrance line.
I mean, trust, I do too. And if I don't even attempt to. It's like, okay, I'll just walk in silence,
Yeah. I think it's without getting into too many details. I think it's because of what I've been doing the past year.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, it has given me a little bit of confidence, but it's not because I'm like, I guess, I don't know. It's not because I'm more confident in my looks. I actually thought I looked really terrible at the party. I did not look like I was, I don't know. I was like, I wasn't fully prepared and I didn't look my best at the party, which is a bummer, but like, whatever.
Wait, did you take your braces off?
No.
Oh, I don't remember seeing your braces for a while.
Did you because when I talk, they don't show.
Oh, okay. Yeah. They used to show before.
because my teeth have gotten better, so
Oh.
they've gotten pushed down, so it's like it doesn't show as much anymore.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's really
Yeah.
interesting. I haven't seen your braces in a long time. Okay.
No, I still have them. Trust, I still have them on. It's just
All
like
right. All right.
they're at the point where like my lips cover them up a little bit.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. Anyways,
Sorry
yeah.
I
So at the
interrupted you. Yeah.
party, it's not because I'm like more confident in my looks necessarily and have more. It's more of like it's one of those things where it's like, you know what, this is what I look like. Take it or leave it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Car.
Because
Yeah.
I've had to adapt to that attitude for the stuff I've been doing. This sounds very obvious.
Yeah. You know, if you want to
Whatever,
connect the
fill in the
dots, you can
blanks,
connect
who
the
cares?
dots. So yeah.
So I've had like you know, and I've had like really terrible mean responses to that, and I've had good responses. So it's like, you know what, I can't please everyone, so just this is what I look like. You like it, great. You don't like
Yeah.
it, you
Take
think
it
I'm
or leave
disgusting,
it.
great.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Period. And I mean, I think in that party you saw how personality really carries. Like, I think especially with the people that
Trust.
you met there, like the personality carries down. Okay.
You could be talking about like 5 different people at the
I know.
party.
I am. Trust.
Do you want to talk about it?
Do you
How?
like I don't even know how to like navigate this without
Yeah.
like
How deep can we go?
there's definitely a layer that we can't talk about.
There's a layer we can't talk about, yeah. But it's the layer that has the most interesting stuff in it.
Yeah. I mean okay. I don't even know how much we can talk about. Like we
Okay.
need to avoid that one layer.
Okay. So we went to a party. We went to a party. Oh my god.
It was a Halloween party.
It was a Halloween party. I had no costume. I dressed as myself from the week prior, which was
Yeah.
an incredible choice on my part. Mbarak had a crazy Velma costume, like insane. Like Velma's a cartoon character. The costume Mbarak had on was like a characterized version of a cartoon character. Like it looked crazy. Someone was dressed
I'm so
as like,
proud of it.
yeah, and like someone was dressed as, you know, as Edna Mode, and someone was dressed as a video game character. Anyways, but like you four were the only people that were dressed for the Halloween party. Everyone else that came,
Yeah.
had no.
Even though everyone that received the invite was told to wear a costume.
Yeah, and I had felt so insecure about showing up without a costume. But then I was told that someone had come in something less than, you know,
than a normal outfit.
less than normal outfit. Let's just say that. So I didn't feel super insecure. Great. I mean, I'd love to have those, but this is how you know attractive people get away with their shit, because it's like if that person was a little more ugly, that would not have slid.
It didn't slide anyway. It didn't slide anyway. Trust me.
Oh, it didn't slide with me. It didn't slide with you. It slid with some people, but not us.
Ooh.
Which is interesting because those people are usually the fashion moguls. But anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
So I had come in, like by the end of the party, like the people that weren't wearing costumes were more than the people that were wearing costumes.
Yeah.
So that's
and then one of the people that was wearing a costume actually took it off. So it was only 2 people that stayed in their costumes. Me and
you were
else.
one of them, exactly.
Yeah.
And I think the other one took the wig off. I can't remember by the end.
No. No, they kept it.
The Edna Mode wig stayed on. Okay.
Yeah, it stayed on.
So we went to this party.
Oh my god. I'm gonna let you handle this because I feel like you come in with like the freshest point of view on this whole thing and like the stuff you've been hearing before you even arrived and stuff like that.
What can we even talk about?
I think we can talk about the interactions.
Okay, but I can't talk about the interactions without mentioning one of the big things.
I mean, one of the big interactions?
No, just one of. everyone
big
at the party
elements.
was gone.
Okay. Per.
Let's just like if you know what we're talking about, you know what we're talking about. If you don't, you don't. Everyone at the party was gone except me and Mbarak.
Yeah.
Gone not in a physical sense, gone in a mental sense.
Yeah. Yeah. No one was mentally present at the party.
No one was mentally present except me and Mbarak.
Yeah.
And you guys, when I tell you this was both the most frustrating party I've been to, but at the same time, the most hilarious
Mhm.
place I've been in. Because you guys, me and Mbarak are mentally present, okay? And everyone else isn't. And we're just talking to people and they're just saying shit. And it's
Yeah.
like we continuously look at each other and like what and be like, what the fuck is going
happening?
on? What the fuck is happening? And we can't talk about the big thing, right? Which is the thing that made us laugh the most.
I mean, I think we can.
How can
honestly,
we navigate that,
I
Mbarak?
think we
How do I
can.
say it?
I think we can, but we should use respectful language. That's it.
I mean, she gave us the respectful term.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
we can give that term.
Okay.
Ooh,
So it's like
Khalifa arrived a little bit late at the party. Okay?
let me discuss the lead up.
Oh,
right?
okay, yeah.
So I was a little late to the party. At that time, Mbarak and four including you. You're the fifth one. Were at the party. I was on my way, and the whole way on my way, Mbarak is just texting me, "Woo," like WHEW, woo. You know, I'm like, he's like, Khalifa, the vibes are. And I'm like, Mbarak, what are you talking about? Like, what is happening? He's like, woo, woo. And I'm like, Mbarak, can you? And like, Mbarak is literally not saying anything. He's just saying, woo. And I'm like, okay, I don't even know what to expect.
And I'm like, please come. Please be here with me.
I'm gonna come, and I'm gonna come, and we're gonna stick together. And I'm glad we did because, indeed. I arrive. And I can immediately tell no one is mentally present aside from you.
Yeah.
I love the code. I love the code mentally present.
Yes.
That's very lovely. And I'm talking to people, I'm trying to hold conversations and it's not working.
Like everyone's out of it.
Everyone's out of it and everyone's just saying shit and like me and like the moment I walk in, I'm like, there are so many personalities at this party. There's like two of our friends that we know very well. There's this. Can I describe them?
You can describe. Listens
to the pod?
So yeah, no, I was about to tell you, be descriptive, but not too descriptive because I've been seeing some people listening. Okay, so
oh shit. Okay,
yeah.
So the two other people was one of them was someone who has. He was. Can I be respectful?
Okay. One of them was like, okay, I'm going to describe the one that came in the outfit that we just trashed, okay?
Okay.
So this is the person that's like, I'm so sorry. Well, actually, no, I'm not sorry. I don't even like that person. But literally like a piece of cardboard, okay? Like
You were literally just telling me to be respectful.
Yeah, I know, but I don't care for that person specifically, so it's like,
but
okay.
What if he listens to this?
Bitch, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I mean, this is how I am right now, okay? But as soon as something happens, the next episode, I'll be like, I'm really sorry, guys. Anyway. But yeah, this person is like, this person isn't known for their personality. Let me just say that. And he just hangs out. Like, literally the only way I can describe it is he just hangs out. He's just there.
Yes, he's just
and he
there.
Talks to people. That's all.
He was nice, but it's like
he's nice, but he's not kind. But he's not friendly either. But he's
not friendly. He's just nice. Like if you strike up a conversation with him, he's not gonna be like fuck you or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's also like you have to strike the conversation up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I will say there's no prominent personality aspect that like jumps out. It's just that he's there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then
that's person number one.
And then the other person. Oh, there was a third one, right? And then there's person number two who is probably like the polar opposite of person number one. And
person number two is like a social butterfly, like kind of like
Yes.
Like always talking.
Listen,
always
I'm gonna be
smiling, always
honest.
friendly.
The moment I walked in, I was immediately like
Drawn to that person.
attracted to that person, drawn to that person. Yeah.
Mm.
It's like because
Huh.
they're a social butterfly. They talk a lot.
Mhm.
They strike up conversations. Like you could just be standing there and they'd come up to you and be like, "Hey, you heard this? Blah blah blah."
And just start a conversation. And also that
Yeah,
person compliments a lot. Like they
compliments
say a
a
lot of
lot.
like, "Oh, you're a really cool person. Oh, you're so funny. Oh, you're
Yeah,
so blah
and
blah." So
but you know how that's how you get me. Make me
yeah,
feel
of
good.
course.
I'll stick around. Okay. And especially for someone like me, where it's like, oh my god, you said that without me even fishing for it. Like, holy shit.
Ooh,
Uh, so he's like, but here's the thing: that personality plus the mental absence, car crash,
car
a little bit,
crash. Yeah, yeah.
car crash. It was a lot happening. So I'm like, I walk, and then the third person, also mentally not there, but they were nice. Nothing really stuck out.
Nothing's like
Yeah, they're
It's a
perfectly
nice
nice,
person
but like,
that you know of, like from before.
yeah, and that was exactly that was a person that I knew of,
Mhm.
and so I was kind of familiar with them.
Mhm.
So I walk in. This is the vibe. The vibe is like crazy. Like nobody was mentally present. There's this really talkative person, and then there's this person that looks like they don't know how to talk.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a lot going on, and plus our two friends who are absolutely going crazy. So it's like
Who are two very energetic people. Let's just say
they're
that.
very energetic, and they're like social butterflies as well.
Mhm.
So, but like the not, how do I say this respectfully? They're not the kind type of social butterfly.
Yeah,
like person number two. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Yeah,
It's like they're a social butterfly, but they're not gonna be like super nice. They're
yeah,
not
yeah.
mean. It's
They're
just,
not mean.
you
Yeah,
know,
it's just
they're they're very
they're very
forward.
social. Very could be life of the party.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So it's like I arrive and like I talk to everyone and meet them, and I look at Mbarak, and Mbarak is like, help, and I'm like, okay, let me drag you. Let us go to the balcony and have a conversation.
Mhm.
So this was before the guests of honor arrived, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. So
You were like, Mbak, what's with the vibe? And I'm like, so here's the thing.
because
Okay.
context, I've hung out with like our friends before,
Mhm.
and sometimes they're not mentally there,
But
but the vibe is not like this.
this
Like
time,
this
everyone
was
was acting so different.
everyone was acting so different. The vibe was so weird. And I was like, like this feels like a simulation. Like, what the fuck is like?
Can I
What
say
is this
something?
party? Yeah.
For our two friends, I think what really ruined the vibe for them was the two other people coming in without a costume because they they put a lot of effort in their costumes and like they were like, oh my god, I'm so excited to see what everyone else is wearing.
They
And
put a
then,
lot of effort in their costume.
well, one of them did.
Oh,
Oh,
you said
I,
it, not
I,
me.
I think they both put a lot of effort in their costume, honestly. Um, but let's not.
I'm just trying to be messy.
And they were like excited for other people to arrive, and they're like, oh, can't wait to see like what everyone else wore, and no one else wore anything.
Yeah.
So that threw off the vibe like completely. Okay, you
And
can
then
continue.
we're talking about the party in the balcony, and like, what the fuck's happening? And I think at that moment we decided to stick together for the entire thing, because it's like, you guys, when everyone is not mentally, like, I love having conversations with people. Maybe it's just a me thing. I love having conversations with people, and the fact that I can't hold a conversation with someone really frustrates me. Not be like, it's not due to the fact that we have nothing in common. If it's something that I have nothing in common with, I will not strike up a conversation with you.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But it's like,
it's just
if
that
I
the person is
know,
out of it and they can't
yeah,
really engage in conversations.
if I know a person is like, I have something in common with them and I want to talk about it, and I'm putting in the effort and they're not reciprocating, not because they don't want to talk to me, but because they can't.
They just can't engage.
Yeah, it really, really frustrates me.
Mhm.
So I'm like, this vibe is stinky.
Mhm.
But like, I was kind of having fun. And then, this is when the party. This
This is when everything crashed. Okay.
the party was going okay.
So at this point, everyone that was invited has already come to the party. Okay.
Oh, I forgot about that part. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Okay. And then the host of the party receives like a text of like someone who is a friend of one of the people there. And that person
Wait,
was like
whose friend was he?
the person that didn't wear anything. Like anything. The person that wore the shit thing.
Oh, the less than regular clothes. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. That.
Oh, really? They're friends?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's an interesting
Okay.
combo.
So that person
I can
told the
see it though.
host,
I can see it.
yeah, they're like besties. And like that person told the host, like, hey, I'm
What do they
coming
like
and I'm bringing
sit around and not talk about anything?
Hmm?
Do they like sit around and not talk about anything? Is
No,
that
they
how
talk.
they bond?
No, they talk. They talk. Just that night, I think
It doesn't
the
seem like
vibe was
it.
off. That night, the vibe was off on many levels. Okay. Um. So yeah. Anyways, this person is like, "Hey, I'm coming up, and I have a +1. Coming with
Oh
me." And
my god.
we're like, okay, +1. What does that mean? Is that someone we know? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And we don't really know what's happening. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can continue.
Oh, you're gonna let me handle this?
Oh, do you want me? Do you want me to handle it?
Can you?
Okay.
I don't know what to say.
All right. So, okay, this guy's like, I'm coming and I'm bringing a +1. Okay, and we're like, okay. This guy finally arrives, knocks the door, we open, and he comes in with a girl. Okay, and we're like,
Yeah.
oh, that's what he means by +1. Okay, and okay, the girl's wearing like a bomb outfit. She's not wearing a Halloween costume. She's like, in casual clothes, but
Yeah.
like, okay, she's dressed well, and she comes in and like they both sit down. Okay,
Yeah.
and we're like for a second, we're like, okay, new people, let's see like what's going on and blah blah. So I try to spark conversation with them. Okay,
You guys, Mbarak was a fucking menace in this party. And and I love that he doesn't even realize it. Mbarak was asking questions left and right that you should not be asking. You should not be asking people.
Oh my god. And the costume didn't help. Let's just say that, okay? Because I was in costume the whole night.
Imagine Mbarak asking risky questions while wearing a Velma costume. It is insane.
So as soon as they sit down, I'm like, "Hey, nice to meet you." I'm talking to the girl because I know the guy from before, right?
Yeah.
So obviously, I talked to the guy first. I'm like, "Hey, how are you? Nice to see you." And then I look to the girl. And I'm like, "Hey, nice to meet you. What's your name?" Blah blah. And she tells us her name, and I'm like, "Oh, okay. So like, where do you go?" And the reason I ask this is, we all go to college, like
Yeah.
at least in this group, right? So I was like, "Oh, okay. Like, a lot of the people that we bring also are going to college or just graduated college or something."
That's usually where we know them from. Yeah.
Yes, that's how we know most people. So I didn't mean anything by it. Okay, so I was like, "Oh, where do you go?"
No, that completely that's a completely valid question.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Where do you go?" And then like she's like, "What?" I'm like, "Do you go somewhere? Like, do you go to any university?" She's like, "No, I don't study." I'm like, "Oh, okay." She's like, and then like she continues her sentence. She's like, "But I have a diploma." I'm like, "Oh, par. Okay. Well, it's nice to meet you." Like, where?
By the way, can I clarify? There's nothing wrong with having a diploma. It's just the way
of course.
that the answer was phrased.
Yeah.
It's really funny because it felt like she was making fun of herself. I don't know.
Yeah, and also it's like it's not like I wanted to know if she goes to college. I just wanted to spark conversation. I'm like, "Oh, where are you? Like, what do you do? Like, what, like, who are you? And she's like, "Oh, I have a diploma." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool. So you work?" She's like, "Yeah, I do." I'm like, "Okay, so what do you work?" And then like, okay, so she says something and I don't hear it. Okay, like I don't hear it properly.
I heard at the same time, me and one of our close friends were sitting on the side, right? I'm like standing on the side with the close friend and we're just like looking at each other. And I heard when she said the thing, I heard nursing. And I was like, "Oh, it's nurse. Okay. Continue." That's why I laughed when she said.
I didn't even hear what she said. Okay, and I was like, "Wait, can you say that again? What do you work?" And it was almost like she was ashamed to say what she worked, and she like raises her voice just a little bit more, and she's like, "I'm a hostess." I'm like, "A what?" She's like, "I'm a hostess." And I'm like, okay. Khalifa and the other person start laughing. And I'm like,
Can I
"What does
just
that mean?"
explain?
Yeah.
Because I don't. That's such a mean thing to do, and I felt so guilty about it. It's
Mhm.
because I had heard nursing at
Mhm.
first, and I was like intently listening, and then she said hostess, and I looked at the person I was standing next to, and I started laughing because it's such like the
Mhm.
complete opposite of what I was expecting. I was like, whoa.
And I was like, what does that mean? Like, what does it mean to be a hostess? And like, obviously,
That is
by
when
the way,
I was
I need
like,
to address
Symbolic,
this
you need to
layer.
stop.
I need to address this
Yeah.
layer. There's no layer of like classism and like, oh my god, like job shaming or anything. Like, not at all. Like, I was just
Oh no,
trying to start
absolutely,
a
absolutely. But the
conversation. I
fact
was
that
trying
she
to get
was
to
like,
know her. Mhm.
absolutely, but the fact that she was like, I think it's a combo of the fact that she was like kind of embarrassed to say it, and
Yeah.
also like, you know, that comes with baggage. I feel like that should not have been asked.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, and if you're gonna come into a party of like people you don't know, not introduce
Also
yourself,
true,
like,
but honestly, I don't think she knew what she was getting into. I'm gonna be honest.
it showed. It showed.
Yeah.
So she's like, I'm a hostess. I'm like, what does that mean? She's like I work like at a hotel, like at a reception. And I'm like, oh, okay, per. So how did you guys meet? And they're like, and then they changed the subject. And I'm like, what's going on? And then me, Khalifa, and the two other friends, like huddle up, like on the side.
It wasn't that simple. So one of our friends, one of the very forward ones, goes to the corner and he's like, "Guys, I need to talk to you." Like in front of the whole party.
He calls
And by guys,
us out by name. Like it's like,
yeah,
oh, the two of you come.
he was like, "Hey, Balak and the other person come." The close circle, and then we're
Yeah.
like, we meet up and we're like, what did we just hear that? Like we were like processing it together.
Meanwhile,
like,
I didn't even know what anything meant. I'm just like sitting there, okay?
and we're not gonna explain further. She just says host. She just said hostess,
Mm-hmm.
and you can extract from that whatever you want.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
Thank
we
you.
extracted things. Like you can
Mhm.
interpret it a different way. That's fine.
Mhm.
But it seemed like, you know, with the job and the look and the everything, like if you were
there
there,
were other dots being connected.
yes, the dots were being connected.
Mhm.
Yeah, let's just say that.
Yeah. So this person's like, what is going on? Like, who the fuck is this? Okay. Yeah, keep going.
And then the two people. This is gonna sound like a dry. I feel like we're going too deep into this. I feel like we're gonna cut a lot of this out.
I really don't want to cut anything out, so don't go deep.
After the fact, not now.
Okay.
When people start calling it out, like you did with the last Halloween episode. So those two people, nobody's gonna remember. It's fine. Those two people go and just like they're still in the party, but they leave the party basically. We're
like, talking about the guy and the hostess.
Yeah, the guy and the hostess. So they're sitting outside by themselves.
They step out on the balcony.
Yeah, they step out on the balcony, and like everyone else is not mentally present. Those two people are mentally present, but the hostess not mentally present in a different way.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, also the guy like that came with her.
The guy's just very, very shy.
Like,
and that makes me question. He
was just not present. That's all.
He was not present, and I've heard that he's like that always, and that made me question how this arrangement happened.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like if you're this shy, anyways. So they're sitting outside. Oh my god, people are gonna kill us. They're sitting outside, and like this is when the vibe completely crashed and burned. Okay, like the vibes after this, the vibes were completely off the rails.
Because let me say that these two people were really awkward because like we were. Like I was like no one was even trying to like question them. We were just like trying to like have a fun time. It's like, okay, let's get to know you.
They were the ones making it suspicious.
They were making it suspicious. They were making it so awkward, and like we just gave up and we're like, okay, whatever. Yeah, sure.
So they go and sit outside alone, and like
doesn't include me. Okay, sorry.
So they go outside and sit on the balcony, and like me and Balak are inside with everyone else. And for those who don't know, the balcony, like you don't just walk out. You have to open a thing, and there are curtains. So basically, you can shut yourself off from the inside. They basically shut themselves off from the insides. And me and Balak are inside with everyone else, and just like everyone else has gotten even more mentally not here. And
Yeah.
it's just like it's a mess. And Mbalak, the menace Mbalak, this is like truly the first menacing thing you've done while you were aware of it. Mbalak is like, Khalifa, let's go outside and bother them. I'm like, Mbalak, can't like leave them be. And Mbalak is like, Khalifa, please, let's go question them and bother them. And I agreed because I was
I'll
like,
tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because these two people are coming to a party and not interacting with anybody, and I'm like, why are you here? You know, like if you're doing like your own thing, you can go do it somewhere else, right? So it's like, why are you here? So yeah, okay.
I ended up agreeing, and we go outside. And this is, I feel like this we can't talk about.
I mean, okay, sure.
It's just conversation happens. And
I just want to say there's a part that really characterizes this girl and that I really want to talk about. So we were talking about all of our ages, right? And we're like, so how old are you?
oh
and
my
she's
god,
like, okay.
I know
So
what
I'm
you're gonna say.
yeah. So I'm like, so how old are you? Okay, and she's like, oh, I'm like 19 or like 18, I think. I think she said 19. Okay, and I asked the guy, I'm like, how old are you? And then the guy looks at you because it's the first time you meet him, and he's like, how old do you think I am? And then you guess and blah blah. We do like this, like like little thing, and then it comes to Khalifa's turn, and then Khalifa's like, can you guess how old I am? And like she says like 20, and then you're like, I'm actually 45. Okay, like as a joke, we all like chuckle, ha ha ha.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, she's sitting there, she's like, you're 45, and we're like, no, like
Dead serious. I mean, it's not. It wasn't even. It wasn't a joke. It wasn't. And she was dead. She was like shocked. She was dead serious about it. And I'm like, okay, so this is the type of person that
we're talking
That's what
about,
I meant by mentally not there in a different way than everyone else in the party. It's just like mentally not there, but I feel it's like not by her doing. But like
yeah, I know.
It's just like that. And like explanation, I joke about my age a lot because a lot of people think I'm old. I'm 22. People tell me I'm like, I look 25, 26. Because I have a beard and like, I have like wrinkles like that. So people assume I'm older than I am. Anyways, so whenever the age question comes up, I always jokingly say,
you always make a joke about it.
Yeah, I always make a joke about it before someone else can joke about it because, insecurities. So yeah,
I continue the line of questioning, and I'm like, how'd you guys meet?
Yeah, and Mbalak just keeps going and digging, and it's like you guys, they were very suspicious, and it's obviously like neither of them want to talk about this arrangement. And I'm like, whenever Mbalak says something, I like look at him, I'm like, Mbalak, stop.
And I'm dead
ass, I'm not catching going. Mbalak keeps going, you guys. He's like, how'd you meet? Okay.
How do you know each other? Oh, okay.
How do you know each other? Blah blah blah. And
they're like, even when they told me how they met, they're like, we met online. And I'm like where? And then you're like, but stop, let's just go in.
I tried to leave. At one point, I got so like uncomfortable. I tried to leave.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna go check up on someone, and they were like, no, stay. And I'm like, fuck.
No. And then you did leave. I remember I stayed alone with them for like a few minutes.
Yeah, I did leave. I did eventually leave. I was like, oh my god, I need to exit this because this is like insane.
Oh my god.
Because I was already at my limit from the party inside. I was like, what the fuck is happening? And like this thing was happening, and I'm like, where the fuck am I? Like, what is happening?
I will say, I did cross the line when I asked, do you guys like each other? It's like, like what?
I wasn't there for that.
Oh, okay. I'm like, are you guys like together? They're like, no. And I'm like, oh, okay, but you like each other. They're like, I don't know. Like, I was like, oh shit, like things are complicated. Okay, bye. Oh my god.
And then, I mean, that's when the party crashed and burned. I don't think it ever recovered.
Yeah, it did not recover after that.
It did not recover.
They had to leave after that, and
yeah, we had to leave. Like people were having, personal issues, and it was just like it was a lot.
Yeah.
And then we left the party. It's just like I haven't been to a lot of parties, but that was truly an experience for the ages. Like if all parties are like that, I don't know what.
I don't think, Khalifa, you'll ever experience a party like that again, because It's just that at that day, everything that could have gone wrong did go wrong a little bit. So it's like, okay, like just the vibe was out of the window.
Do you know that feeling where it's like stuff is happening around you, and you're like, I'm literally in a TV show.
Yeah.
Like this does not. None of this feels real. This feels scripted.
Yeah.
It feels like people are being fed scripts, and like this is some sort of like behind the scenes prank. It felt like that. It's not that I hated the party. I had fun. It's just like it was one of the weirdest experiences I've had in my entire life, and I'm not kidding when I say that. It was so weird. It felt like y'all know Uncanny Valley. Oh, that was the whole party. Like I was like, what is happening?
Yeah,
it was crazy. It was crazy.
Nobody was there.
Like if you literally play a horror movie soundtrack over it, it would be scary. Like because everything is like off kilter. Like everything is wrong. I don't know. Like it's one of those like psychological horror things where it's like none of these people are acting like real people. Like it was crazy. It was really, really crazy. Especially the hostess. Like I was like, this is not a real person. This can't be. Like this has to be an act.
Yeah, that was like a parody. Like trust.
Yeah.
And we'll never see her again. Trust.
I mean, you never know. You might want to book something.
Oh.
And there she is at the reception. I don't even remember what she looks like.
I do. But anyways. Yeah, so that was one thing we experienced between these like 2 episodes.
So much happened between these 2 episodes. Parties were involved, clinics were involved.
Oh my god.
That's something we can't talk about.
Trust me, a whole season happened between these 2 episodes, okay?
A whole season. Fights have happened. You know, red lines were crossed.
Yeah.
So,
but you know what? We're living. We're here. You can see that the vibe is the same. MK is exactly how it is.
It's just sorry for like bombarding you all with spoiler cast. Like our last 5 episodes have been spoiler cast, which is insane.
Yeah.
Here's a regular one, and like we've been through a lot. We haven't been able to record because like we're busy with uni or whatever. We do have a break, which hopefully means these will be a little more consistent. I don't know.
Yes, bitch, Khalifa, congratulate me. So
why?
Last night I submitted my very last assignment as an undergrad.
Did you pass?
What? The assignment?
The course.
Oh yes, yeah.
Oh great, congratulations.
So, and I received an email also like this morning that was like, oh, you're due to get your diploma, to get your
not
degree.
Diploma, drag the host.
Sorry. To get your degree at this date, and I'm like, Pah!
I'm so happy for you.
Bitch, thank you. I can't believe exactly 6 months after the graduation episode. So,
wow.
Yeah, it's been 6 months.
So work era starts next year?
Yeah, possibly January, February. So you're gonna hear a lot of interesting things.
Yeah, we're gonna get a lot of content out of that.
Yeah, but due to my line of work, I might be a little bit secretive about it. But we'll see.
For me, I'm still still hanging in there, still struggling to get through the curriculum of it all.
Bitch.
By my calculations, I should have a year left.
Period. Bitch, the way that your uni works.
Hello, you got cut out.
Hey, sorry, I disconnected. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I got a call. Wait, let me just text that person not to call me. Okay. All right. So, what was I saying? The way that your uni works, it's like, do you have a progress bar? No, right?
It's like an internal one. We don't have an actual progress bar.
Oh, okay. Because like something that was very helpful for me is that like I do have a website that shows me an actual physical progress bar that shows me where I am.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and it's been filling up for these past 4 years. Wallah.
That's really cool, actually. No, the way my uni works is that it's based on like credit hours. And
so you have to do the math every time.
Yeah, you have to do the math every time. And sometimes, because like I'm doing the math, not taking into account, what I can take in spring and fall. Like it could be a year and a half. I don't know. But it should be a year and I'm going to be done. which is
Bitch,
really, really
I'm
great.
going to scream at your graduation. I hope you give the speech too.
I'm not.
Bitch.
I'm not, because it's gonna be in Arabic, and I'm not gonna do that.
Oh,
And I've
I
done
mean,
it
you used
once.
to used to do it
Yeah, I used to.
in Arabic.
I will still remember. They booked me. I was in 4th grade. They booked me for the 5th grade and 6th grade graduations to give the speech because I was that
Mhm.
good. Exactly.
Per.
Match my 4th grade level. That's when I peaked in life.
Trust. I think you're
it- it-
peaking
it's
now. Trust.
it's true. Peaking in terms of self-acceptance, yes, that I'll never be blah blah blah.
You'll never.
Um,
Your pronouns are he because you'll never be him. Okay.
exactly. And what about it? No, I'm not, and I don't even think like I'm gonna be able to invite you guys because our uni is so huge and like the seats are so limited. But trust, I will be, I will be doing shady deals
Bitch.
from the
Yeah,
in
I
the
did.
background to
Bitch,
get
I
tickets.
went behind the sun and I went into the black market. I did all of that to make
We will be
it
going to the
possible for
black
you to
market
come.
for
Bitch,
extra tickets for sure.
I better be the only one that's not immediate family.
Yeah, I mean, you would probably be.
Okay.
I
Perfect.
think by the time I graduate, we're gonna get 2 seats. So it's gonna be my mom and dad, and then the third person is gonna be you. I'm not gonna invite my sisters. No shade.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I mean, like, I would love for your sister to be there instead of me, but like, I want to be the extra.
I wouldn't. No
Oh,
shade.
okay. Per. Bitch, do you think do you think I can say hi to your parents?
Yeah.
No.
Why not?
Oh, Par, do you think they like me?
Yeah, my mom likes you.
Oh, bitch, my mom loves you.
That's nice
Oh
to
my
hear.
god.
My mom
Yeah.
really likes you. It's just that she hasn't seen you in such a long time. But like she always like she always like whenever I bring you up, she always like yani, how do I say this in English? تمدحك.
Aw. Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, she likes you. My mom really likes you, and my dad literally has no idea who you are.
Per. Same. But my dad
Yeah,
never asks.
exactly.
My dad never asks about friends anyway, so it's like okay.
Either.
Ooh.
To the point where it's like, I'm like, hey, I'm going out with friends, even at times where I don't go out with you guys. I'm like, with friends, and she's like, with who? And like, you're my safety net.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I'm going out with Mbarak, and she's like, oh, okay.
Per.
So it's like when I say your name, she's like, okay, no questions, bye.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so sweet.
Yeah.
Bitch, I can't wait to see them. Like, if hopefully, when we get there, I hope.
Yeah, well, inshallah.
For now, you better work that ass off, honey.
I'm working.
Ooh. You're doing great, wallah. Bitch.
I hope so, but I'm doing my best.
I am scared of work environment. Anyways, but that's a topic for another day. Oh my god. Do you have any like do you have anything that's on the edge of your tongue that you want to get out? Or should we
There are
wrap?
things
Par.
that I can't talk about.
Oh,
unfortunately.
okay.
I wish, oh my god, if we ever, I can't say that too. Listen, if we ever get the opportunity to say what we want to say without like being afraid, we would.
Bitch.
Like,
because it's not even about reputation or anything. It's just
we don't want to get other people in trouble and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's like we have to be like careful when talking about stuff like that. But trust, if we're in an environment where we can talk about whatever we want with no repercussions, listen.
If you would be interested in a Patreon that's uncensored, let us know.
We record 2 separate episodes every week.
Woo.
Crazy.
Anyways.
No, it's just yeah. I don't know. Like, this has been an event, probably the most eventful year of my life. We should save that for the December pod.
The December pod?
One of the December pods, the end of year pods. Oh my god, this year was so crazy.
Yeah, we didn't have a December pod last year. We were on break.
We were on break. That's right. I don't think we're gonna be this time though.
I think this whole like past 3 months counted as a break. To be honest.
Yeah. Has it really been 3 months since the last pod?
Let me check. It might cut out because I went into the podcast app. Did it cut out or am I still here? Oh, per. Yeah, our last one was in August, so it's been 2 months. No,
wow.
3. We're in November. 3 months.
Wow.
Bitch.
Well,
if that was your break, welcome to season 3. No.
Yeah. We changed the cover. We've literally not used this one for like 10 episodes.
Ooh. I mean, no, we did. It's always been
10 episodes? Not
Yeah.
counting spoiler casts.
Oh. Never mind.
Yeah, we've done like 7 or 6 episodes
No,
of this
we've gotten to 15
with spoiler casts.
without spoiler casts.
Wow, really? In season 2?
Yeah, let me check right now.
What the fuck
This
did we
is-
talk about?
Bitch, go and see. We have an entire episode on your face.
That was in season 2. That's right. The one where I
Wait.
go crazy with the WhatsApp
Yes.
messages.
Yes.
That's in season
wait,
2? Damn. When did we start season 2?
Bitch, we started
2020?
season 2. And no, we started season 2 in January.
Wait, when did we go to the escape room?
It was this year. Wait,
It was this year?
yeah.
Right,
let
it
me
was
see.
in March. Oh my god. Because we saw the
Bitch.
Batman before it.
Yeah, bitch, why doesn't it show which episode this is? This is season 2, okay, but what's the number of the episode? Okay, from here.
Someone's
Okay,
been fucking
yeah,
up the
this is
metadata.
episode 15. This is episode 15.
The one we're recording right now.
Yeah, this is episode 15 of season
Crazy.
2.
Crazy. Well, actually, that's a good, because it's like, hey, 15 is a good number to come back on. You know what I mean? Mid-season break.
Yeah,
Right.
that is true.
And then we can end it with 30 and then move on to season 3, period.
Yes. Okay, per. Anyway.
Period.
Anyways, it's so good to be back, and
Yeah, this was
I know
fun.
that a lot of you have missed us. I've been getting the requests, so we
Like,
here.
one person asked him Bodek, and he's like, oh my, the fans have been asking for the return.
and you know I do. Bitch. But yeah, anyways, with that, I wish you all an amazing week, and especially to you, Khalifa.
You too.
I'm always gonna do that from now on. And yeah, I love you. And please,
I love you too.
if you want to support the pod, please follow us on social media at TheMKPod. That's TheMKAYPod. TheMKPod. TheMKAYPod on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. And yeah, please give us reviews, I guess. Yeah.
Please
To
give us
that one
reviews,
person that's been,
and don't
that
let
one person that's been
Mbarak goad
binging.
you into it. Literally, all the reviews that have been written is like someone close to Mbarak, and it's like they feel gun to head. You know
Khalifa,
what I mean?
deadass, I almost wrote a review, but it's gonna show, like, my name is gonna show. So it's like, okay. I need to take my mom's phone or something.
We're that desperate, y'all. We're that desperate. Please leave a
Please.
review.
Yeah.
Even if it's like 2 stars, say the stuff you don't like, so we
Yeah.
can drag you on the pod.
Yeah, thank you. But, yeah, and with that, have an amazing week for all of you, and especially you, Khalifa, and I love you.
I love you too. Bye.
Bye-bye. Take care. Bye.
You too.